Welcome to iiRcade Live 98. It's getting, John, it's getting tough for both of us now that we're getting into the high.
We got it right the first time. You got it right the first time.
Barely. iiRcade Live 98. And John, we have to state the obvious. May I give you your best wishes and say, may the 4th be with you, John.
May the 4th be with you as well.
Thank you so much.
That is it. My little young apprentice, not apprentice.
Apprentice, yes.
And by the way, that was intentional.
That's right. Of course, everything you do is intentional, John. Absolutely.
Of course.
Everything is pre-planned and designed at great length. And you know, hey, May the 4th is a big day for gamers and of course fans of the movie franchise as well. But May the 3rd is a big day too, John.
Oh, May the 3rd is actually a bigger day.
May the 3rd. God. It doesn't rhyme as well.
May 3rd.
May the 3rd be with you. Not quite. But why is May the 3rd so big, John?
Oh, because that was the day when the entire world has happened. May the 3rd.
Yeah. Something changed. Something dramatic happened.
The world has definitely changed. This day, the world has definitely dramatically changed upside down. For the good, of course.
And that change happened, I believe, in I don't know if we're able to say the actual year, are we, or should we keep that secret? Let's keep it secret.
Yeah, because yes, for now, unless we may be beaten up. So
it was a year in a time when some of the best retro video games or original video games were coming into arcades. We'll say that. So it's back a little ways, and here it is.
Also,
there it is. P-Dubs. I hope I didn't jump the gun there.
Yeah, I think everybody knows his age.
Oh, okay.
It was his big 4-0.
All right, there we go. There we go.
Congratulations, my friend. And by the way, that day, May 3rd, in honor of P-Dubs' birthday, there were also several songs that were wrote in honor of Mr. P-Dubs. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not, John.
Songs where you go, dub, dub.
Right? That's right. Yeah, definitely.
Those were all written in honor of Mr. P-Dubs.
Very good. Yeah.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday, P-Dubs. Now we can safely say that P-Dubs was born after Pong and Jong Pong was created. That was pre P-Dubs is what we'll call it.
Of course.
PPD. Okay, very good.
Yep. He's very young and healthy.
Yeah, exactly. And John, the title today promised a very, very special guest. A lot of speculation about who that may be. What about yourself, John? Have you any thoughts about what's coming up, or maybe just an update on what's happened this last week?
Sure. So today is a very, very meaningful day for me. Because what you're about to experience today is exactly the reason, one of the big reasons why we created iiRcade. And what we're about to show you today is the representation of my childhood and the memories that I have of my childhood. And it's just a really meaningful day that I have been waiting for a very, very long time. And I'm so happy that we're finally able to make today happen. And I really hope you feel the same way after we go through it.
Oh, very good, John. Well, with that said, I mean, that's some pretty powerful stuff. Without further ado, how do you feel about a countdown?
Already, huh?
An early
You're
countdown.
Excited, aren't you,
I'm excited.
Colin?
I'm excited. I don't want to wait for this.
So am I. Today is going to be epic. I say the most epic episode, not only on iiRcade Live, but I think if you look at like any kind of show, including like TV shows and things like that too, today is going to be right up there, I think. From an epicness perspective, because well, you'll see. I cannot spoil everything. So, with all due, I just wanted to make sure that we have our family members in the show to experience what we're about to show you. So let me take a quick poll. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to see the awesomeness happening today?
Yes,
Can I hear a yeah?
Yeah.
Can I hear a yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I hear a yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I got one ready.
There we go. There we go. Right. Yeah, we've got it. We've got it ready. We have it ready. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
As an FYI, this is something that you have also been asking for a very long time as well. So with all that, shall we start the countdown for the countdown?
Let's start the pre-countdown for the post-countdown, which will lead to something that you have been waiting for your whole life. As
oh my God, I am so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna cry today. So ready?
All right, John.
Let's make this happen. In 5,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2, 1.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There it is, John. Kung Fu Master.
Oh, that's what I mean.
That's what you're talking about, John.
Is iiRcade. Kung Fu Master is what
amazing
is about.
And
oh
John,
my God.
let's get a little gameplay video up here because you can't see enough of this game. And John, I'll give a quick description, which everyone knows, but I'll just keep it brief here. Kung Fu Master, it was a huge commercial success in arcades and critically acclaimed for its fast-paced side-scrolling gameplay and detailed, colorful graphics. It's also a very influential game that had a significant cultural impact. It's regarded as the first ever beat-em-up video game that launched that entire genre of games, loosely adapted from the Jackie Chan film called Spartan X in Japan, with Kung Fu Master protagonist Thomas, named after Jackie Chan's character in the film. And John, what did this game mean to you growing up?
This is my childhood right here. If you remember me saying I went to arcades and spent all my allowances, This is a game that took all my money. Oh my God, I mean, it's Kung Fu Master. What else can you say? One thing that I can tell you is this game means so much to me. This game is one of the big reasons why we started iiRcade, because we wanted to play this amazing game the right way at your home at the arcade environment. And this game is my childhood. And it's an epic game. It's just an epic game that started the entire beat 'em up genre. And right, like kind of said, you're playing Jackie Chan right here in 1984. What can be better than this? I mean, these days, there are games where you say, oh my God, these retro games have aged too much. It doesn't feel the same. Or there are so many awesome games, beat 'em up games, right? Streets of Rage 4, and some of the others. Just imagine that those old games were created because Kung Fu Master was there to create the genre. If Kung Fu Master was not there, these games are not there. And Kung Fu Master is one of the very few games that is still amazing and awesome even today. And there's nothing else like it. So Kung Fu Master is that game for me.
Oh, well said, John.
Yeah.
Well, John, we promised a special guest today, and it's quite amazing what's coming up here. But we are honored to introduce you to an iconic video game producer who can tell you way more about Kung Fu Master than any of us could, even though John spent most of his life savings playing the game as a young lad.
Yeah, this person.
Yep.
Sorry.
Go ahead, John.
This person is my personal idol. And he's my personal hero. And he's the one who made my childhood happen. And he's also the one who's in my heart right now, right here, creating the most amazing games that really means a lot to me. This person is my personal hero, personal idol, and I am very, very honored to be able to meet him and also introduce him to you as well.
Absolutely, John. This is the man that produced Kung Fu Master in 1984. Introducing Scott Tsumura, co-founder and executive producer of Tozai Incorporated. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. Amazing to have you on board.
You are welcome. Thank you very much for inviting me here. I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Scott. And now your native tongue, Scott, is Japanese, although your English is impeccable. And luckily, in case you want to answer some questions from us and from the audience, we're happy to also be joined by Minshik Rowe, Chief Content Officer for iiRcade. And Minshik is fluent in Japanese along with other languages as well. Minshik, great to see you.
Hello, everyone. This is Minshik.
Yes, and Minshik, I guess you will step in from time to time if Scott has anything he'd like to say in Japanese, correct?
Yeah. Scott, whatever you want, you can say in whatever languages. I can support you.
Minshik.
Yep.
And Minshik speaks Japanese much better than me speaking English. So he's like totally fluent.
That's right, exactly.
So well, listen, great to have you both. Go ahead, Kenneth.
Just amazing. Yeah, I was just going to say, why don't we jump right into a couple of questions with our very special guest? And the first thing we wanted to ask you, Scott, is what inspired you to get into the video gaming industry? I know it dates back to the 1970s when you got involved. Just tell us how you initially got involved.
Yes. Around that time I didn't know about game. In fact, there was no TV game yet. Maybe one from US. Pong by Atari, big upright games, but I've never seen that. And I was a painter at the time, and I liked to have experience many other jobs. So before painter, I was working for maybe more than 15 kind of jobs, and that was 1974. And my friend, I was in Tokyo, Japan, and my friend in Osaka called me, and he invited me to join his company for, how do you call it's Minshik. How do you call token game machine, like Rotamint from
Rotamint.
Germany. Rotamint. So you put the token in and bet to the numbers, and if you win, you can get more coin, more token back. And my friend, wanted to manufacture that kind of game machine in Japan. So I joined him, and at that time I thought one of my experience. So I've never thought I stay in game industry yet. And after that, that machine became gamble machine because operator people just change the slot for token to coin, real money. And then it was not a severe law for gamble machine yet in Japan around that time. And it was so popular, and people played at coffee shop, restaurant, mall, everywhere. But soon the machine was in Minshik. How do you call Fuzoku Eigyo Ho?
Fuzoku Eigyo Ho. That is kind of
So
like
government,
kind of the restriction of the adult the business,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, by
Yeah.
government. So it's
By
prohibited now
Mhm.
to play or even to put in a store. So now around that time, a game started to be popular in Japan. That was Breakout. Do you
Yes.
know Breakout?
Breakout.
Game? And that was from Atari 2. And Japan, maybe Taito and Namco licensed the game, and they started to manufacture themselves. And the machine can go anywhere, location, gamble machine created already. So it's empty. So location owner waiting, anything, just bring in and make money. And operator can share like a 50-50, like a John played, spend much money, coin.
Yeah.
And
A lot.
so that was the beginning of TV game expanding nationwide in Japan. And 1976, Invader came. And Invader expand more in Japanese market location. Everybody playing Invader game. And then I see something gamble machine, some people enjoy and happy to make money, but most of the people just down, crash their life sometimes. But TV game, like a Breakout, Invader, people just enjoy and play with friends, talking, and I see those two different worlds of game. And now I saw game industry future. Oh, it's really good to give a fun, happiness, and to the people. Okay, now I change my job many kinds, but I should stay in this industry to do more to create fun. That was the beginning.
And we're grateful for that, Scott. What was the inspiration behind Kung Fu Master? That's the title we're talking about today, of course. What was it that inspired you to create that game and really create that whole genre?
Yeah.
The whole beat 'em up genre.
Yeah, there was no beat 'em up game yet. 1983, 84. And we are developing 10-yard fight. That is American football game. And when we talk with engineering people, they said engineering, hardware, software, because at that time, actually this is a printed circuit board R-type. So you need this.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. I love it.
For hardware and also software. And when we talking, okay, we should find always fresh play, fresh way to play. So okay, we are working for 10-yard fight American football. So enemy try to catch you, tackle, grab you. So at that time, not punch, but why we couldn't do just move and then them off. And okay, and they try to create a technology, new technology, and we thought if we could make it, it's a very fresh play control for the players. And on the way, we thought, well, then it's a kind of interesting protection, not only kick, punch, but also you can use that technology to play. So before we finish to develop 10-yard fight, we started beat 'em up game development. 1983. When was that? The end of 83. And then at the same time, we got some special information. The movie. So Colin introduced Spartan X by Jackie Chan will come to Japan the end of 1984. So, okay, we have to complete this beat 'em up game. So we release at the same time. So my job is how get the license to use the title Spartan X for our beat'em game, and we success to get the right. Actually, another big publisher tried to get the same title for their, I don't know what kind of game, but fortunately, we got the title license rights. So it was the idea, not idea from game design, but idea from hardware software technology. We completed the Kung Fu Master, and designer of Kung Fu Master, Mr. Nishiyama, was the designer and producer director of Street Fighter from Capcom later, I think 1987 or so, after he left the company iRcade. Wow. So I'm really glad at that time he created new one, Street Fighter. At that time, maybe the printed circuit board smaller and more capacity for the game. So Capcom made a really good beat 'em up game, Street Fighter. So I'm really appreciate to continue to go more game of beat 'em up. That was behind the story.
And Scott, it was obviously launched as a very popular arcade game. Why do you like the iiRcade platform for Kung Fu Master? Why do you think it's best played on an arcade game versus a smaller console?
Of course, first of all, people know many beat 'em up current games, but I don't think people don't know the original of the game, and so it's really pleased for me that iiRcade will introduce Kung Fu Master on their iiRcade machine, and it's really good size in home. Really, but Kung Fu Master must play standing, not sitting, basically. So, but if it's a upright original size, it's too big. Nobody wants to put the inside of house, that one. So iiRcade game machines really good size and not bother of the other interior, and still people can play completely and enjoy. So I was watching iiRcade, how they carry the business, and around that time, Minshik contacted us, and then he talked about iiRcade, business. So I was excited. This is a game iRcade owned, so I'm not iRem now. So I contacted iRem. Okay, iRem, I was the producer of Kung Fu Master. So if you want to license to someone, you have to license to me and to iiRcade. So eventually they agreed, and now we have with iiRcade.
Oh, that's fantastic, Scott.
Thank
know,
you
there-
so much, Scott.
Thank you so much, Scott.
there's a
We
very
really appreciate you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's
Go
a
ahead,
very there's an interesting explanation or quote from you where you said that releasing video games is like selling fun. Maybe you could expand a bit
of course.
about the experience that you're creating for all of the gamers.
Yep. Yeah. So they should, I don't say they should, but I want current player, young player, just to see what is the original arcade. Now, not only arcade, but console, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. But what is the beginning? I don't know how much they are interested in, but it's not a bad thing to know more about the history. So this is really good opportunity for us. Oh, let me introduce.
Yes. Please do. Yes, the president of the president of Tozai is here as well. Incredible. This is Sheila Bowden, president of Tozai.
Yes, this is really an honor to be here.
Sheila,
Actually, it's
go right ahead, Sheila. Yes.
I was going to say that this past month in April is the 31st anniversary that I've worked together with Scott. So
Wow.
it's been a long time. I've been in the industry a long time. Not as long as Scott, but it's quite a milestone. 31 years.
Yeah. So I and Sheila, started Tozai Inc. 30 years ago, maybe. Anyway,
long time ago.
At that time, I was the president, and for a while, I went to work with Nintendo, and then I came back. Then Sheila was sitting on my chair.
You were very busy for a few years.
Yeah. Anyway, we enjoy game industry, and it's many things, happened, and that is together with our life, always.
Oh, just amazing! Yeah, Zhang, I'd love for you to step in if you wanted to say anything directly to Scott.
You're my hero. You're my idol. I'm about to cry. Thank you, thank you so much. I don't know if you guys know, Scott is an icon in gaming history, and it's been there with iRem since day one. Create some amazing this goes beyond AAA, right? Games like Kung Fu Master and all the games that Scott created. This is gaming history, guys. Gaming history is if we didn't have Scott, we don't have the game industry that we have today, or even since back in 1980. Scott is somebody who created all these for us, and Scott is somebody who enabled everything that we are enjoying so much today. And his games like Kung Fu Master, he has many other amazing games, right? I'll just say them if it's okay. Scott also created the historical Moon Patrol. He also created historical 10-yard fight. All these games that we grew up with. Scott, if it wasn't for Scott, we don't have gaming industry today. So I want to give Scott a huge thank you, and especially really appreciate enabling us iiRcadians to be able to play your amazing games. Kung Fu Master is our dream. This is our childhood. This is our memory. And we won't be able to experience that again if it wasn't for you and Sheila. And we really want to thank you for allowing us to experience this one more time, coming from my heart. So you're my hero. You're my idol. Thank you so much, Scott. We love you.
Oh, thank you very much. And about Kung Fu Master, I want you to know one more thing, that you know Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto, Mario. He was one of development department in Nintendo around that time, 1983-84, and he loved Kung Fu Master, as a matter of fact. And at that time, you know, Nintendo published already 1983 Famicom NES game machine, and he wanted Kung Fu Master, called at that time Spartan X in Japan, port to Famicom NES, and of course I denied. No, this is our game, and we want it published on Famicom NES. So we don't want to license this Kung Fu Master to Nintendo. No. There are many go and back, and eventually he how say it's difficult. I don't say stole, no. But Nintendo Power, they got Kung Fu Master, and they publish under the name Nintendo. In Japan, also, they published Kung Fu Master for NES in US as a launch title. Fight is only two games.
Third-party games.
Oh, only two third-party games. The other 15 games are from Nintendo. So Nintendo themselves loved Kung Fu Master and 10-yard fight for their system for launching in US. So
Wow.
after that, I became really good friend with Miyamoto-san.
Oh wow!
So we always together. Yeah, that is behind the story. Yeah,
That's one of Jong's favorites as well, Scott.
okay,
Very good.
yeah.
Hey, Scott, how would you say the beat 'em up genre has impacted the world of gaming? What is it about beat 'em up games, and how popular do you think they still are today?
Oh, first, very simple. Of course, there is a strategy, maybe current game, but basically, you use how do you say reflex nerve, 反射神経いいですか、民宿さん。反射
Kind
神
of
経。
like the reaction. So
Yeah.
if I attack something,
Instinct,
I
right? Yeah.
that's right. It's instinct reaction.
Yeah. So it is like a bicycle riding. You cannot ride bicycle from the beginning. You have to train, and you just boom, boom. But maybe after you train and your parents, your brother, sister helped you, and then you start to ride alone. That was the goal, right? And beat 'em up game is exactly that. You train, you learn with your body, so you don't need to think. Just instinct. So that's why beat 'em up game is everybody can play easily and learn. Be strong. Be strong. So I think beat 'em up game genre is always game for anybody. You don't need to think about a puzzle. You don't need to think about a strategy. Um, um, so it's really simple. That is the arcade game source, I think.
Oh, very good. And Zhang, Minshik, anything you'd like to bring up with Scott?
He's about to make me cry. I love this history, and all these I didn't know about, and Scott is giving us a lot of amazing information on the gaming history. So I want to learn more.
Sure.
Absolutely. And by the way, for everyone that's tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sure you know just by looking at the name key under Scott. This is Scott Tsumura, Kung Fu master producer, who is joining us here today. And we would love to hear your questions as well. If you have any more questions for this this gaming creator legend, please drop them into the chat, and we would be happy to ask Scott on your behalf. Minshik, from your experience as a gamer and also in the industry for years at Sony and other companies before iiRcade, what does this title mean to you, and maybe anything you'd like to ask Scott as well?
Yeah, so now we are living in a very a rich environment. It means we have like a PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and also a lot of iiRcade, of course. Now it looks like those games, the platform is divided, but always the roots, it's the same. So now today, we are talking with the core, the root, who actually created that foundation of the gaming industry. And once we understand that root, that give us a lot of the a hint how to we develop or evolve our experiences into the next levels. So I'm really happy to talk and meet with Scott and Sheila through these channels. And this is actually unbelievable experience in my career. And whenever I talk with Scott, that story started from 1980s or 70s, but everything is connected. So always something new is happen in the market as a new invention, but that is come from a root, what a Scott created. So I'm really appreciate the Scott, you still supporting the gamers and developers, and of course he's still working in the gaming industry. So that's why I call Scott your legend in the gaming industry. I really
You're definitely a legend.
Yeah,
definitely a legend.
And guys, Scott, there's an excellent question here that I'd love to have your answer to. It's from Todd on one of our iiRcadians who's watching along, asking, "What's your favorite game?" And that might be a tough one to answer.
Yeah, I have Load Runner.
Oh, wow.
Load Runner
Amazing.
is my favorite. Apple II, Macintosh, you remember, Commodore. Around that time, that was 1983. 83. Yeah. So I said I didn't know, but I didn't have Macintosh, Apple, Commodore, anything around that time. So I didn't know Load Runner. So I knew, I didn't know. So, but 1984, maybe, I saw someone playing. So first time I play game seriously was Load Runner on computer. What was that? I forgot. And then I loved game, PC game, not arcade game around that time. And eventually I visited to Broadband Software, who had the rights at that time, and then licensed to eventually, arcade game. But it was a kind of story on arcade game, Load Runner. So if I have another chance to talk like this, I will tell you that Load Runner episode. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, amazing.
So Load Runner is the game I liked. Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Well, that's an incredible recommendation. John, where could we find Load Runner?
It's an iiRcade.
Amazing.
It's awesome.
Wow. That's
It's
such an honor
amazing.
to hear that answer. Yeah. Just amazing.
And by the way, Load Runner was also possible for you to experience an arcade experience. Thanks to Scott and Sheila. So again, Scott and Sheila, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for making this happen for us.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you.
I have one question to Scott.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
this is just assumption and just a hypothesis. But if you create a new version of the Kung Fu Master, so what kind of fun will you add in a new game?
If you were going to make a new Kung Fu Master, what would you add to make it more fun?
Minshik, tell me in Japanese.
OK。質問はですね、
はい。
新しいクンフーマスターを作る場合、どのような楽しさを追加しますか？
Okay. I have the answer. Now, most important is how to attack, how to win. So always punch, kick, everything related with points, right? How you strong. But, I was playing karate for a while when I was young. What was different to attack is called attack? Attack, but protection, how to defend is more important. So sometimes you don't attack, but only defense and finish the fight. So you should learn how to defend. So why don't you put good point for defending more. There are tons of ways to defend, right?
That's right.
Many things.
Yeah.
And now you will give how you attack beautifully to enemy and kill or down. But defending is also beautiful. That is my thinking. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's interesting, really interesting idea.
Yeah.
And
Brilliant.
someone asked earlier, Scott, if there will be a new Kung Fu Master version that comes out, if it's something you thought about and or are working on.
No.
Okay, thank you.
But no, if someone can invest fund to me, maybe I can
Okay.
make it. And you can play on iiRcade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Scott, there were some people were making financial offers to you for your R-type board in the background there. So you have some people bidding for that already. So that could fund the new Kung Fu Master.
Oh, this is mine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at that. That's a piece of history right there.
Wow.
Amazing.
That is amazing. That is really amazing.
John, we had there was a great idea here, and maybe we could do this earlier on. Someone was asking if Scott might be able to say, I'm Scott Tsumura, Kung Fu Master producer, and you're watching iiRcade live.
Oh,
yeah, it was a great comment. I think it was from Jeff Rainwater or someone up above. I wonder if Sheila, if you might be able to help Scott make that statement.
So
Scott,
say,
if you can,
say that again.
if you can say that, if you can say that for me, we like to use as our headline for our iiRcade live session from going forward. It'll be a huge honor if it's okay.
So what is the statement?
I'm Scott Tsumura, Kung Fu Master producer, and you're watching iiRcade live.
Can we go full screen on Scott?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And I can also, I was going to put the comment up. Is that okay, Sheila? Do you have it there? We can say it again.
Just a second, please. Just a second.
And by the way, for everyone that's watching, we also have some trivia coming up, and it's going to be asked by a very special guest. And I think you can guess who's going to ask that question. So stay tuned. Okay.
So they would like you to say this, announce it professionally.
Oh. No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
anytime, Scott, would be great.
I'm Scott Tsumura, Kung Fu Master producer, and you are watching iiRcade live.
Woo!
That was beautiful, Scott.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to us.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
what a great idea from I think it was Jeff Rainwater. I'm not positive, but it was a long time back.
Did you guys like that? Wasn't that amazing?
Yes, sir.
Let's
Yeah.
give a round of applause to Scott. Thank you so much for this.
Yes, thank you, Scott. And also, we could, guys, while Scott's here, before we lose him, what about a trivia question from the producer of Kung Fu Master himself?
Oh,
What do you
this
think,
is
John?
an honor. I think this is an honor.
And John, what would you like to give away today for this very special question? Will it be an R-type circuit board?
It'll be either R-type circuit board that's made by me,
Okay, but okay.
or iiRcade hoodie that we haven't given away for a very long time.
Oh, very good.
Hoodie
Okay,
2.0, because this is special.
excellent. There it is. Very good.
You guys ready?
Scott?
This is
Yes.
being asked by the legend himself. I would love to participate if I wasn't in the screen, but whoever gets it, I think it is going to be a huge honor. this question will be asked by the legend of the gaming industry. So,
Okay, Scott, if you have a question there, please fire away, and our iiRcadians will answer as quickly as possible.
So you read
Okay.
this.
So, which 4 iiRcade games did I produce or work on?
Okay. Very good question. Which 4 games did Scott produce or work on? 4 games, thank you. Yes, that are now iiRcade titles. We're looking for 4 answers, and we're checking the comments. And I think John may have given a clue earlier, and maybe even Scott gave a clue with a couple of them during this conversation. Let's see if we have any answers coming in here. It's a longer answer, so I think it takes a little while to type out all 4. We've got a couple here. R-Type and Kung Fu, those 2 are correct, but we want all 4. Oh, this is interesting. John, we didn't think of this. Load Runner 1 and 2, but we're going to go with individual titles, guys, of a franchise versus part 1, part 2, but that's a good answer. Definitely.
we have an answer.
Wow.
Is it this one, John?
We have an answer.
Yes. That's correct, right, John?
Yes. Scott, is that correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Woo!
That
is
is
correct.
Spelunker, Load Runner, R-Type, and Kung Fu Master.
Yes, correct. I think that is our
Is that
first correct
correct,
answer.
Scott, is that correct?
Yeah. It's
Woo!
okay. It's correct.
All right,
Yeah.
we have a thumbs up from Scott.
We have our winner.
Amazing.
Woo! Oh
Very
my
good.
God, I am so envious. I am so envious.
Oh, and there was someone
Yeah.
just after, that's from Devin on YouTube, and just behind Devin was Dylan, very close, but just a couple of seconds later. So there is our winner. Please email contact at iiRcade.com and let us know your size. And John will happily send you this very, probably the best trivia question we've ever had, especially from who's asked it. Right, John?
Absolutely. I mean, I think this is the most memorable prize that we'll ever give, because the question was created and asked by our legend himself. And I wanted to answer the question myself because it would be such an honor. So Devin, I'm very jealous.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. And John, I think Scott may also be receiving a iiRcade hoodie as well, correct?
Yes, it will be
our honored guest.
huge honor for us if we can send you our arcade t-shirt.
Okay. Yes, of course. Of course.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
He's our family, guys. We have gaming legend as part of our arcade family. So I am very, very honored. Scott, thank you so much again.
Yes, absolutely. And Scott, we just have a couple of minutes left. I'll bring this in, and you can. I know you'll recognize this video, but what's it like, Scott, to see your game on screen? That in the beginning you were just creating it out of almost just your imagination. Now it's become such a phenomenal game that's changed the industry.
Yes. Yes.
It must be really something to when you see people playing it and enjoying it.
Oh.
See it now after all the years since you produced it.
I remember, we have to release at the same time with movie.
Oh, yes.
19 December. So we brought our individual, camp.
Oh, your original. You had the camp overnight to
camp,
have enough time
Yeah,
to finish?
民宿で、キャンプするときに、寝袋。
It's a 寝袋。
寝るときにね、こう、キャンプのときね、こんな バッグに入って寝る。
Sleeping bag?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Sleeping bag.
Sleeping bag. We brought individual sleeping bag from home, and we were sleeping
24 hours he worked.
in office,
Oh my
maybe a week, more than a week, you know.
Oh, wow.
That
Oh my
reminds me,
God.
first thing, remind. And because if we couldn't release at the same time with movie, we lose licensing fee. So we had
Oh,
to complete. So,
So the-
but it was fun, you know, more feeling team family. So
Mm.
it was fun.
So you have really good
Eventually, yeah. That
Eventually.
reminds me.
If I may ask you a question, how many
Uh-huh.
people worked on Kung Fu Master?
Kung Fu Master, maybe
Mm.
let's see, 10 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
four software, 3 hardware, and then game designer, artist, maybe 10 or so. Yeah, that was the
Wow.
volume when we worked with the, original arcade. Now, how
Mm.
many people? 100 people, right?
100.
Right.
No, 10
no.
or 12 people. Whole team of one game.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
12,
Wow.
12
And then
people with 12 sleeping bags. 12 people with 12 sleeping bags. That's the
Yeah.
10
secret.
people. 10 people. 10
Or 10, yeah,
people.
10, yes, okay.
And 3 of them are hardware.
So
So that
game
is really
design,
amazing.
game design is all with paper, right? They have to
Hmm.
write dot and dot. So
Oh my
it's
God.
totally different way to develop game. As a matter of fact, it was
Wow.
yeah. So I can't believe
Wow.
the current way. Yeah.
How long did it take you again to develop Kung Fu Master?
It was, on the way, Tian fight, March so 1983, maybe December to December, maybe close to 1 year.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
Wow.
in the beginning, we have no game concept detail yet. So we just think about the lever gacha and then how to bring lever gacha to beat 'em up game. And then on the way, we license the Spartan X movie title.
Mm.
So we have to learn the story of the movie. So it takes time, you know.
Mm.
1 year is a kind of long time to develop for one game around that time. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
yeah.
impressive. Yeah. For the other games, on the average, how long does it take? Just so that we can get an idea.
Maybe 6-8 months.
6
Usually.
months. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when I first played Kung Fu Master in the arcade,
Mhm.
I thought this was very advanced, very futuristic. This was when we were playing other games, right? Like there were Pac-Mans, there were Galagas, and then there was Kung Fu Master.
Yeah.
And from graphical perspective, from the gameplay perspective, everything about it was just
Yeah.
out of this world. It just blew my mind. It was
Yes, I
future.
know.
Yeah.
Animation is very difficult around that time.
Mhm.
So how to make a smooth movement? So not like you have to punch smooth. So that is very difficult for software and hardware too around that time.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, In the beginning of our session today, you described this, but I found this story to be amazing. So, a story regarding Leva Gacha. If you can let people know one more time on how Leva Gacha made Kung Fu Master happen.
How you made it and what is it?
Oh.
How you made it and what is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was from 10 Yard Fight when we started to develop 10 Yard Fight, 1983. But at that time, that American football game, we needed something special feature to play, the play control. We try to find always new feature, how play control, whatever. For arcade game, we need it. So the idea came out from hardware, software people. How about if we can do joystick, we call lever, gacha, 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 then enemy try to grab you, tackle you, just gacha, 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 boom, boom, boom. So if we could do this, this is great. This is a feature, special feature for beat 'em up game. So we eventually completed that lever gacha gacha gacha, you know. But
Yeah.
problem was table machine or upright machine, whichever lever, always broken. And
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
so operator must go to location, always change the lever, you know. So, but for that, they started manufacture the better quality of metal lever joystick. That was improvement because of the Kung Fu Master.
Oh wow.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. That's why I worry about iiRcade game machine.
Oh yes.
You have to prepare many parts to replace.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we've implemented very good quality joysticks in iiRcade.
Okay.
So
I'm
yeah,
sure.
hopefully it will withstand. Yes, yes. And
Okay.
we want to make sure. I played a lot of Kung Fu Masters. I've done a lot of Leva Gacha in the past. So for that, we knew that we had to include a very good joystick.
Sure.
Yes, yeah, we really, we said someday we're going to have Kung Fu Master on iiRcade. So
Okay.
joystick has to be perfect.
Good, good.
And we
Very
did,
good.
yes. Thank you.
So this is the ultimate test, guys. This is the ultimate test for iiRcade. Just amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be doing a lot for sure.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, guys, listen, it's been just amazing, Scott, and we really appreciate you staying on a little longer with everyone. And what an honor to have you on, and what a breakthrough for gamers in general to have a chance to play this again on a full size arcade machine. And Jong and Minshik, any last comments as we wrap things up here today?
Minshik, want to go first?
Oh yeah. So once again, I just only want to say thank you so much, Scott. So I always dreamed this moment quite long time, but that dream was become a true. So I really appreciate, and yeah, I want to have these kind of another great sessions in next time and in the near future. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Like I said before, you're my hero, and you're my idol. And I am very honored to be able to meet you and have this great conversations together with you as well. Most importantly, I am extremely honored to be able to host your amazing games like Kung Fu Master on iiRcade, and be able to bring these experiences that we used to play a lot when we were young back again in 2021. And this was all possible. Thank you so much to you and Sheila. If you and Sheila weren't there, people wouldn't be able to experience these amazing gaming experiences that we used to have in our childhood and bring back our memories. So I want to give you my biggest thank you to both of you for making our dream happen. Because you see all the people that are commenting right now, these are the people who have this in our hearts to be able to relive my memory, not only by myself, but also with our children. Imagine I'm giving my past memory, my childhood experience of playing Kung Fu Master together with my son. And I am passing this great memory together to my son. That is a huge accomplishment or memory that I'm building together with my family and my children. And this is enabled by you. So I want to give you my whole thank you. And I really appreciate you. And we really, really love you. And I am really looking forward to bringing, hopefully, if you're okay, to bring more of your amazing games over so that we can continue to. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you.
History in gaming is very important. So I wanted to thank everybody for enjoying the games that we could help bring to iiRcade. Thank all of you so much, and to all of the fans and gamers out there, thank you and enjoy playing these games.
Also
history is so important.
Yeah, and thank you very much. Also, on behalf of IREM,
yes.
Really pleased to survive all the games.
Their iconic, historical legacy of this industry is so important. So yes, thank you, IREM.
And this comment is very special as well. I can't wait to show my 8-year-old son this classic game of yesteryear. Thank you. This is this is just the iceberg for retro gaming on the iiRcade. So what a great comment from Paul there as well. And John, there was one other comment that mentioned that I think Sheila is going to need a hoodie as well.
Oh, Sheila's definitely getting a hoodie.
Yes, our Arcadians were looking out for Sheila. They thought that.
Oh, of course, of course,
great. Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
Both Scott and Sheila are our family.
Absolutely,
and just like us, we'll make sure you get your T-shirt, hoodie, hat, all the iiRcade, and we'll make this happen together. The dream.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much again. It is our honor to be able to send it to you. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and we will all be dressed the same going forward, everyone. Well, again, John.
Yeah, just to let everybody in our family know that this dream of bringing our Kung Fu Master and our childhood games over was enabled by Scott and Sheila. So I want to give our very big, very warm, and very loving thank you so much to Scott and Sheila for making our dream happen. So thank you so much again for that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And so for everyone who's tuned in a little bit later, we're going to replay the Kung Fu Master video, the launch video. And again, all the thanks go to Sheila and Scott for joining us, and also Minshik for stepping in with some Japanese, which is really cool to hear you speaking Japanese as well. And John, what a great day for you. Congratulations, and for all iiRcadians.
Yeah, can I say one more thing real quickly?
Absolutely.
This one is for Minshik. If it wasn't for Minshik's all the efforts, we don't have our games on iiRcade. So I want to also thank Minshik for his amazing, huge efforts to make this dream happen. And the screen that you see here in front of your PC, this is our family picture. So I'm really hoping that together with Scott and Sheila, we make iiRcade so much more awesomer with all the amazing games that Scott has created, and we bring them over to make sure that we're able to not only relive our memories, but also share them with their children and bring our families together. So thank you so much again for Scott and Sheila. You guys are, again, I'm saying this like 1,000 times already, but you're my hero, you're my idol, and we really, really appreciate you, and we love you. So,
all right. Well,
Great.
thanks everyone, to all iiRcadians for tuning in as well. And this will live forever on Facebook. So if you didn't catch the whole thing, please tune in. Some amazing stories from Scott and Sheila earlier in the show as well. And with that, we'll bid you adieu. And Minshik, maybe you can sign off for us in Japanese in honor of Scott's appearance. And we'll play the Kung Fu Master video. Okay. Over to you, Minshik.
じゃあ、これから始まります、クンフーマスターのビデオ、スタートお願いします。
はい。
Let's go, Colin.
Okay, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy the Kung Fu Master video, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.